What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Mathis Real Estate Group show. Today, we are talking about three main things to look for in home inspections, plus our system for evaluating your inspection report. So when you go to buy a home, one of the things that you'll probably end up doing, at least we strongly recommend that you do this, is get what we call a home inspection. Now, right off the bat, there's a lot of different inspections out there. You have a home inspection, which is a general home inspection. You have septic inspections, you have well inspections. If you're building anything onto your house or doing any kind of additions or major remodels in your home, they have permits that need to be pulled for that. And then there are inspectors that come out, inspect things such as mechanical stuff. All of that's different type of inspections. We're concentrating on the general home inspection today. So when you get a general home inspection, the things that they're going to be looking for are HVAC. They're going to inspect the interior plumbing, make sure there's no major leaks in there, the type of plumbing that's used throughout the house. They're going to look at the electrical, test your outlets. They're going to look at the roof. They're going to look at floors. They're going to check out your windows and your doors, make sure they're functioning and they're sealing properly. And they're also going to look at the foundation of the home. Now, with all of our clients that we take out on a home inspection, we're always telling them that we're really looking at three key things in that home inspection. The first thing we look at is what we call mechanical, right? So this is anything mechanical in the home, and the biggest emphasis is on the HVAC system. So and this is because this is a high cost item. So a typical HVAC can range anywhere from $4,000 upwards to $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 and way up. Depending on how large the unit is, how many tons per square feet you need in the house, all that kind of stuff will factor in to the cost of that HVAC unit. So this is a high dollar item that we usually keep an eye on. And just a little caveat here, just because an HVAC unit is older doesn't necessarily mean that it's not functioning properly or that it won't hold it for a long period of time. We've seen newer units break down sooner than older units, and a lot of our HVAC technicians tell us that it's based on the parts and how they were made in the time. So the first key piece that we look at is mechanical. The second key piece that we look at is structural. Again, high cost item, anything that goes on with your foundation. So we're always looking at, are there any major cracks? So you'll hear a lot of times on your inspection report that they're going to note that there is a crack in the foundation, right? And what we're looking at is it a crack that goes all the way through? Is there separation in the crack? Is it a major settlement crack? And is there shifting of the foundation? Or is it just a typical settlement crack, which happens with every home as the home settles into the earth? So that's that. We're also looking at like foundation underneath the house. So floor joists, is there termite damage? Things like that, anything that could threaten the structural integrity of the home. And this is because getting those things repaired is really expensive. So we want to make sure we're covering our bases on those type of items. Now, the third thing we look at is the roof. And that's because the roof is kind of the protection for the whole house. And what we look at is the age of the roof, the quality of the shingles, are they put on correctly? Was there any patchwork done? We're looking inside when we go up in the attic, we're looking for any type of spotting for leaks that could cause the underlayment of the roof having rotted out. We're looking at, are the rafters in good shape? Is there any damage to that piece of the house? Again, because these are high dollar items to fix. So those are the three key things we look for when we go in with our home inspectors: is mechanical, structural, and the roof. Now, you're gonna end up getting a inspection report. And we've seen these range anywhere from 20 pages long to 175 pages long. It just depends on the age of the home, the quality of upkeep done by the previous owner, among other things. So typically within an inspection report, you're gonna have two major sections. The first section is called the summary. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's the condensed version of things that are going on with the home, or items that the home inspector has notated that they thought might need further evaluation, or they saw it as a defect in the home. The detail section is the second piece of that report. And it's where the home inspector will put additional comments and he'll take a lot of photographs to really show the thing that he saw. So typically we'll have our clients go through the summary section. And the way we go through this is by ranking things on a scale of 1 to 3. And so when we have them go through and put the number 1 next to something, a 1 means that this is a deal breaker if it is not fixed, right? And this is typically focusing on those 3 key things we talked about, which is mechanical, so the HVAC, structural, so we're looking at foundation issues, or the roof, if the roof is shot, if there's major issues with the roof, we have a lot of leakage going on. That would be a 1 on our report because they are, again, high dollar items to fix or high amounts of cash out of pocket. A 2 is something that you would like to have done. Not a major end of the world item. It would just be nice if it was completed before you moved in because it may be a little bit more significant and it's not anything that's going to stop the world from revolving. So it could be like some rotted siding, or maybe there's some fascia board that needs to be replaced. Whatever it is, it's not anything super major or threatening the structural integrity of the home. And a 3 is the minor items. These are what we would call the cosmetic things. So when a home inspector goes through a home, he is going through to notate anything wrong with the home that he sees. So we've had light bulbs inside of microwaves come up on inspection reports. We've had flapper handles on toilets come up where it's just a little flapper that you replace inside the toilet. It's not a major item whatsoever, and they'll notate it and put it on a report. So that would be a 3. And the reason we do it this way, by ranking it on a scale of 1 to 3, is that the presentation back to the sellers has helped us out a lot in negotiations. So the first thing it does is shows the sellers that you actually took the time to go through the whole report. I can't tell you how many times on our listings when we're helping the sellers that people would have sent us the whole report back and said we want everything fixed. And it's like 80 items inside of a report, and our seller's immediate reaction is, I'm not doing that. So it shows that you took the time and you cared enough about the home and the seller's interest that you went through and marked out the items that were really important to you. And this is the second key thing it does that bleeds into this, is it shows that you're being reasonable. By not asking for everything, you're not being unreasonable in the eyes of the seller. They're more likely to work with you and help you fix the key items that you were really concerned about. So again, this is how we break down inspection reports, and this is also has covered how we look at when we go on a home inspection, the main things we're looking for. So if you're thinking of purchasing a home, or you have any questions around this, or you're trying to find a home inspector, reach out to us. We're happy to help. We have a lot of vendors that we have worked with over the years, some seriously well-vetted people who have helped us close out thousands of homes and help thousands of families move on to their next home. So if you have any questions, leave us a comment here, or you can reach us at our website, mathisrealestategroup.com, or call or text us 919-867-1400, and we're excited to help you find your next home.